Mientras te miro y aprecio lo que tus ojos dan a entender es que mereces la luna y por ti la baja.
Yo, what it do, fam? It's your boy MTZ, and I'm back on your screen. Today, I didn't do a vlog, so I'm doing on how I met my girl, how we got together. Okay, so it all started off. This all started off. We started talking in July. I believe it was July 20th. She hit me up on my. She actually she messaged me on Facebook. And okay, the reason she messaged me was because, okay, long story short, let me tell y'all, remind y'all, I know her a decade ago. It's been like more than a decade, more than 10 years. It's been like probably 12 years since I first seen her at high school, which we went to North Dallas High School. That's where I seen her for the very first time. Because, long story short, she was best friends with my cousin who recently passed away, with my cousin Christina. They were best friends like this. And so one day, me and my cousin and my cousin's one of her sister-in-law, something like that, we're all chilling, and that's when she was like, no, actually, let me take this back. One day my cousin came over to my house. We were chilling. We went over to the graveyard because they had killed one of her cousins from her dad's side. And so then that day, me and my cousin were chilling or whatever. I still remember that day like it was yesterday. Me and my cousin literally hit up Pizza Patron. We had bought a pizza and wings, and we were just eating. It was just me and her. And I remember my cousin even saying, damn, we're some fat asses. And I was like, yeah. So after that, we hit up the cemetery. Then we were driving back, and that's when she was like, hey, you want to go with me to my homegirl's house? Da-da-da. And long story short, I had been telling my cousin to put me down with her homegirl, but my cousin was like, nah, whatnot. So I was just like, man, I was like, come on now, you know? So then, okay, long story short, then after that, like, I think a couple of months, I think it was like a month or a year, no, I think like a year or 2 years passed by. So then, we're at the graveyard visiting my cousin's little boy's gravesite. So then she tells me and her sister-in-law, hey, y'all want to go with me to my homegirl's house? So I was like, yeah, fuck it, whatever, why not? Okay, long story short, this is the crazy shit, because, like, okay, simple fact, when you know you have a crush on somebody, you feel butterflies, whatnot, or bubbles in your stomach and shit, you get nervous. I was literally nervous when we pulled up, and I was like, fuck. And I was just to the point where I was just like, damn, you know, like, it was just crazy. It was like a crazy feeling, and it was a crazy feeling for me. So I was just like, so we hopped off the car or whatever. So we went to her side of the house, whatever. My girl's side of the. Well, she stays with her parents, so but her side of her room, whatever. We went to her room, whatever. So we were all there chilling or whatever. Let me tell you, at this time, I'm in a relationship, and everybody was in a relationship, so they were clowning on me because they're like, we should go to the movies, da da da. But then they were like, you're the only one gonna be like without a date, whatever, you know. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it, whatever, you know. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck, like, at the end of the day. So then they're throwing shots at me, right? So I'm just tripping out, like, okay. And you see, the relationship that I was already in, it was already going downhill. So I was just like, hey, whatever, you know, like, it is what it is, you know. So, you know, let me tell you, I have a crush on this girl. So it's just like, fuck, you know, like, it's just like one of them moves where you just want to pull her and, like, damn, just fucking start kissing on her, you know. Like, cause that's just to the point where how you feel about her, you know. So okay, it was July 20th, I believe, of 2016. She messaged me on Facebook, and it all started off with, hey, um, do you know what floor your cousin's on? Cause my cousin, of course, she had cancer. She was in the hospital. She had been in and out of the hospital already all of 2016. And so I told her, I'm like, yeah, you got your own car? I started asking all these random ass questions. I'm sure she was probably like, what the fuck? So I'm like, hey, you got your own car? Who you with or whatever? And she was like, yeah, I'm by my son. I'm like, hey, you think you come pick me up so I can go see her because I haven't seen her. So she was like, yeah, da da da. So I'm like, all right, cool. So she picks me. Oh, cause she was thinking I lived out where I used to stay at. She went to that place one time, a couple of years ago. I'm saying we actually know each other probably like 12 years, a bit. We really never spoke. We would just see each other, whatever, but never really was like, oh hi, I like you, or hi da da da. Like, no, none of that. So then, anyways, she hit me up that day. We exchanged numbers, and she had told me, hey, we should probably go eat one day or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. That Friday came along. The Friday of the week that we're actually chill, or yeah, I think it was like a week later, or yeah, a week later, Friday later, we ended up chilling, whatever. She was like, man, is it okay if I bring my niece along, whatever? And I'm like, at this point, I'm just like, fuck. Like, I was gonna try to tell her that I like her, but I was like, yeah, whatever. Me, when I like somebody, I'm a flirt. That's no fucking, oh, that I'm not, no, I'm gonna fucking flirt with you if I like you. But you see, this has been my crush since high school, so of course, I'm right there flirting with her or whatever. So then, we eat whatever. We ended up going to TGI Fridays. We ate like appetizers. Then we ended up going to Chili's and we ate Chili's. So we were chilling whatever. So then she was like, she told me, we were texting that night whatever. I had a good ass time. It was the most fucking. I never had really been on a fucking real date till that day, even though her niece was with us. But that shit didn't faze me because at the end of the day, like, we all three had a good time. So and it was just like a moment where you're just like, fuck, like, I don't want to leave, like, I just want to stay with you. Like, it was one of them kind of moments. So then, anyways, we were chilling, whatever. She ended up coming back, dropping me off, whatever. She dropped me off. We were texting. Ever since then, we had just been texting and texting and texting. So then she was like, she was gonna be like a bridesmaid, I guess, whatever, stand up in a wedding, like probably 2-3 weeks later. So then I told her, I was like, no, she told me, she was like, hey, do you want to come with me to the mall? Cause I'm gonna go dress shopping. So I was like, yeah, why not? So it was me, her, and one of her little girls, and we went, we went, we went dress shopping, went to the mall, we went to the dress stores, whatever. Then we ended up picking up her other daughter, we took both of the girls, we took them to go get ice cream. So next thing you know, I told her, I'm like, hey, we should go to the movies, whatever. So then we got to the house or whatever, and then, I don't remember if she had told her parents that she wanted to go to the movies or whatever, and then her dad told her, yeah, go out, whatever. Y'all go, whatever, y'all be safe. So we're like, okay. We're not dating at this time yet. We're just friends. So next thing you know, we go to the movies. We go see Bad Moms. So after that, I tell her, I'm like, hey, are you hungry? You want to go to Denny's? So we go to Denny's, but hold on, at the fact when we were in the movie theater, I'm over here trying to pull fucking moves, you know what I'm saying? So then I messaged her, like, like, we ended up sitting, like, not next to each other. It was like, I don't know, it was just crazy. So I told her, like, man, like, scoot over or whatever. And she like, nah, you scoot over. So what I did, I got out of the seat that I was sitting on, so I got and I sat next to her. So I'm just getting in my comforter zone, right? So I'm just like, fuck, like, like I said, you just want to, like, damn, I fucking like you. Can I kiss you? But I didn't do none of that. So I'm just like, damn, I'm straight up big ass smile because I'm all excited. Like, damn, man, like, I never knew this was gonna happen. Having a crush on somebody for so long, not knowing that it would come to reality. So next thing you know, I get and I tell her we get out of the movies, and it was a good movie. We watch Bad Moms, and so next thing you know, I'm like, hey, you hungry? You wanna go out to eat? Da-da-da. You wanna go to Denny's? And so she's like, yeah. Let me tell you, it's already like 1 in the fucking morning. Yeah, it was like about 1 in the morning. So we ended up driving to Denny's, about where I used to stay at. And so we go to Denny's, whatever. So the next thing you know, she gets and she drops me. She drops me off, and she was like, "So am I gonna see you tomorrow?" And I was just like, "Yeah, yeah, we can chill tomorrow." Da da da. Man, it's so funny though how all our conversations started, because like literally I have all our messages from the very like from July 28th, actually, these messages. She was asking me like how I was feeling or whatever. And because, let me take you back to this. Before this, I wasn't in a relationship anymore. I had just got out of a relationship in June, I think it was. So I wasn't in a relationship for like already almost like a month. And or probably, yeah, it was a month. Like in July, it was a month. And but you see, I was messaging her like, I'm gonna take things slow, da da da. But I don't know why I said that when I already knew that I liked her. You know what I'm saying? So then next thing you know, as the days pass by or whatever, we're chilling or whatever. So August the 3rd, I ask her, will she be my girl? But I tell her, don't give me an answer to the next day, which would be August the 4th. And so I'm thinking, like, I go to sleep thinking, like, nah, she's gonna be like, nah, or whatever. Well, she ends up telling me yes. And it was funny because just through our messages, she told me that I needed to find a girl in Dallas. So then I was just like, man, this could be the time for me to just ask her. If she says no, then just no. But at least I know I gave it a shot. I already waited so many years, like, why not? And prior to that, though, I had been talking to somebody. I had been talking to a girl, but not like, oh, you want to be my girl? Nah, nothing like that. It was just to have basically somebody that I could talk to for the meanwhile, since I really didn't have no friends, since I really didn't talk to anybody. And she clowns me though because I had that girl on my screensaver or whatever. But I was like, I just had her on my screensaver. She was just my friend. She was like nothing more, nothing less. Like, she was just a friend, like, plain and simple. I fucked up because I told her it was my girl, but in reality, she wasn't my girl. Like, she was just a friend that, and it was really crazy because me and that girl, like, we would text, but it wasn't like every day. It was every other fucking like 3 or 4 days when we would text her. She would just tell me like, hey, how you doing? How you feeling or whatever. So when I decided to make the move, I stopped talking to that girl because at the end of the day, I see it this way: if you're gonna be in a relationship, the only girl you should need in your life, besides your mother, your grandmother, your family, is just the one girl that you're talking to. So I stopped talking to that girl, right? And yeah, that's how we got together. Though I asked her out, she said yes, and right now it's just because right now I'm going through some hard times, and I just been looking at all our messages from 2016, and yeah, it's just crazy though. I did never know that, having a crush on her, it could become something also real, because it still feels like it's a dream, but I know it's not a dream. And I'm so in love with her, and I know sometimes I cross the line when I get mad and upset, and I say words that I shouldn't say, that because I know I don't mean it. I just say it at the time that I'm just mad, and I get frustrated, I guess. So I just say words. That's any relationship. You freaking cuss each other out, or just say mean stuff that you really don't mean, just because at the time you're mad. And so I feel really bad because like I got so mad yesterday, and I just went overboard, that shit that I shouldn't have said, but it was just that I was pissed off. And it just sucks though, because it's like her family don't like me, and so it makes our relationship harder, where I can't go see her. Because shit, if I could go see her, or her parents liked me, or were cool with me going to visit her, shit, I'd be visiting her every fucking day. I'd be literally walking my ass over there. But it's just hard being in a relationship when you know, the family doesn't like me because I can't go over there and see her. If it was for me, I'd go see her every day if they allowed me to be there. But then, like, with the weather being cold and everything, it's like, what the hell? And it's like, when she comes to my place, like, we're all chilling and cool, you know, my mom, she'd be chilling with us. My little brother be chilling with us. She gets along with my nieces and my nephew. She talks to my sister. She's never really had a conversation with my brothers, but nobody ever says like anything, like as long as I'm happy, my family's happy for me. I have some family members that, talk shit about me, but I really don't care. That's like another subject. But like I'm saying, it's just hard being in a relationship with somebody when the family doesn't like you for really stupid reasons. And you're just like, damn, you would think that your family just wants you to be happy, and as long as you're happy, that's all that matters. But in her situation, it's not like that. We get a lot of criticism and whatnot. But at the end of the day, like, I love her with all my heart, and I want to say I apologize for the mean, awful shit I said. I shouldn't have said it just because I was mad. But like I said, there's any relationship, you get mad and you cuss each other out, or you tell each other off, and without thinking, knowing what consequences you're really gonna, how bad damage you're gonna damage the person or hurt the person's feelings. And yeah, and also too, it's like I exploded because, like, I lost my job. um a lot of stuff's just been happening like this whole week, and I just felt like I didn't have it my way, so I exploded. But I do apologize. But I want to tell you on here in front of everybody viewing this that I love you with all my heart. I love you unconditionally. I wouldn't trade you for anything or anybody in the world because you complete me. You're the missing piece to my heart, and forever you will have the key to my heart, because out of every relationship that I ever been in, you're the one that I spend basically every day, every second, ever since we met each other. I spend every day with you, and for like the last probably year, and it's just an amazing feeling. You made me see what love really is, and I appreciate you for that, and I love you for supporting me in everything that you support me in, and you're my backbone, and I love you unconditionally. And like I said, I do apologize for crossing the line. I really apologize, but I love you with every piece of my heart, and like I said, I wouldn't trade you for anything in the world. I hope y'all like this video, guys, and don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, join the fam. And that's how we actually got together, and now we're together. And actually, I want to say happy 1 year and 4 months today since I proposed to her. And I love you with all my heart, and forever you're my queen, and forever I'm your king. And I love you, baby. Or should I say, baby. I love you with all my heart. Thanks for one hell of a ride that we've been in together. We've been on a journey together, and I only pray that things get better. But I love you unconditionally. Never forget that. I'm out. Chill.